Hello everybody, it's Kara from Wild Book Garden, and today I am very excited to announce round 3 of Middle Grade Magic. So Middle Grade Magic is a readathon that I created a few years ago. I can't believe we're already on round 3, this is very exciting, and it is of course focused all around reading middle grade books. Round 3 is going to be taking place from July 10th through the 18th. And as for co-hosts, I'm very excited to have some returning co-hosts joining me. We have Yvette from Book Cave, Kier from Kier the Scrivener, and Kelly from Cozy Reader Kelly. All of these people of course will be linked down below, as well as all of the information I talk about in this video, and I am also very excited to announce that we have an exciting guest co-host this round, and that is Olivia Savannah from Olivia's Catastrophe. So she's kind of our special guest this round. She won't be doing a prompt announcement or anything, but she is going to be providing a video full of recommendations for the prompts, which I'm also going to talk about in this video, and that should be going up near the end of this month, so near the end of June. I'm so excited to have all these wonderful, talented people joining me, and please be sure to check out their channels, which again I will link in the description box. And now we're going to get into the prompts and kind of the theme for this round. So the theme for this round is that all of our prompts are based on middle grade authors, and specifically based on qualities around their body of work. And we want to give a special mention and thank you to Jessie from Bow Ties and Books, because part of our inspiration for this round was based on the way that they structured their Blackathon prompts, where they chose specific authors and built the prompts based on those. So credit to Jessie for that idea and inspiration. I will of course link them down below as well, and just check them out, they are also wonderful. And before we get into talking about the specific prompts, I want to mention that as always the hosts strongly encourage participants to read diversely across the board, so to read books by marginalized authors for prompts other than the ones that specifically require it. As you will see that some of these prompts do call for that specifically, but that's something that we strongly encourage even if the prompt doesn't specifically ask it of you. That's a really important thing for all of us, and we would like to encourage you to do that if you are participating. We also want to encourage prompt stacking. If you can find one book that fits for a bunch of different prompts, then go for it. The readathon is only for 9 days, and we have quite a few prompts here because for this round we're kind of encouraging people to just pick and choose the prompts that really inspire you, that you're really excited about. Definitely, you know, expand your horizons. If there's one that you don't often read but you're kind of intrigued by, that would be great. But don't feel like you have to complete every prompt. If you're like me and want to try and hit every prompt anyway, you are of course welcome to do that. And a really exciting thing about structuring the prompts or theming the prompts this way is that this also doubles as a list of recommended authors. So just in general, you know, authors that we love and would recommend, and specifically for these prompts, if you're not sure what to pick for that prompt, you can look at some of the middle grade books that the author has written, that the author for that prompt has written, and know that they will probably, almost certainly, fit that prompt. So first is Jason Reynolds. Read an Own Voices book that deals with issues outside of the character's marginalization. This is something that Jason Reynolds really excels at. One of my favorite books last year was The Boy in the Black Suit, and that book follows a black main character, but the book is about grief. The next prompt is Grace Lynn. Read a story that involves folktales, fairy tales, mythology, or storytelling. The next prompt is Jacqueline Woodson. Read a prompt by a prolific and or famous author that you've never read from before. Next is Roshani Chokshi. Read a middle grade book by an author that you've only ever read young adult and or adult books from. Next is Tahira Mafi. Read a book that will take you out of this world. Ella Montgomery is to read a classic middle grade or to reread a favorite. Kason Calendar is to read a queer book. Catherine Applegate is to read a book with an animal main character or significant supporting character. Kwame Alexander is to read a novel in verse. Frances Harding is to read a book that challenges assumptions about middle grade. Now this one, like several of these prompts, is kind of open to interpretation. If you guys followed along with our first round, you know that that round was based on assumptions about middle grade, so you can get some ideas from there. But basically any middle grade book that you feel like doesn't fit into the box that people tend to put middle grade in. So not that middle grade is, but that people assume middle grade is. So maybe the writing is a certain style that people don't associate with middle grade. Maybe the subject material is something that people don't think middle grade can handle, but it often does, that kind of thing. Hannah Khan is to read a book with themes of family. And finally, Anna Mariano is to read a book featuring a trope that you love. This prompt was inspired by several of the hosts' love for this series and our love for the baking magic trope that we discovered through this series. So that is the full prompt lineup. Again, there's quite a few for such a short readathon, so don't feel like you have to hit all of these, but we really hope that you find a lot of prompts that you're excited about. We hope that you kind of expand your horizons. If there are maybe a couple that sound intriguing but that you don't often read, this would be a great opportunity to test the waters. Also, probably goes without saying, but when I read those prompts, the assumption is you'll be reading a middle grade book featuring those things. So when it says read a novel in verse, you would be reading a middle grade novel in verse specifically. We also have a Twitter account, which I will link down below, but it's just at midgrademagic. We will also be posting the prompt cards on our Twitter account as well. We'll be having a TBR video going up sometime soon. I think most of the hosts are doing a TBR, but just keep an eye on our channels for any more content about the readathon. We really are excited. We hope that you can join us. We're just so stoked to be doing this for the third round. Very exciting. And don't forget to keep an eye out for Olivia Savannah's recommendations questions video, especially if you have a couple of prompts that you're struggling with. And yeah, I think that's everything. If I have forgotten to mention anything, that will also be in the description box. But please comment down below. Let me know if you are going to be participating. If you even read like one middle grade book during the readathon, you're participating, and we're so excited to have you. So go ahead and comment and let me know if you are going to participate, and maybe a prompt that you're really excited for, maybe a middle grade book that you're really excited for, a middle grade book you love, just anything like that. I would love to hear it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you soon with another video, and I hope you love the next book you read. Bye!